Welcome back to Daddy's Cuisine. This is Venkatesh Naidu. Today I am going to cook a prawns gravy, and this recipe is a fusion of North Indian and South Indian ingredients as well as the cooking method. So I am going to combine North Indian and South Indian ingredients as well as the cooking method to prepare this prawns gravy. Let me take you through the ingredients. I have taken prawns, which is around 400 grams after cleaning, and I have marinated with red chili powder 1 teaspoon, half teaspoon of turmeric powder and pinch of salt, and just marinated for 30 minutes. This one is a fresh coconut milk. Just grate the coconut, grind it in the mixture with some water and strain it using a muslin cloth. This is a fresh coconut milk. This is 2 large size chopped tomatoes, roughly chopped, 2 small size roughly chopped onions, 1 green chili just roughly chopped, 1 inch or 1.5 inch of ginger roughly chopped, about 8 to 10 cloves of garlic roughly chopped, curry leaves, this is about 15 to 20 curry leaves, and this is kokum. This is one of the main ingredients. Kokum, the English name of kokum is Garcinia indica. It's well known, better known as kokum in the coastal region of India, southern part. This is asafoetida hing powder, 1 or salt to taste. This is half teaspoon of turmeric powder, mace, just few petals, 3 green cardamom, 1 black cardamom, some cloves, about 6 to 8, about an inch of cinnamon sticks, about 1 teaspoon of coriander seeds, about half to 3/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of methi seeds, this is fenugreek seed, and about 1 teaspoon of shahi jeera, cumin seeds, 1 bay leaves, and 2 to 2.5 teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili. Kashmiri red chili is less hot and more color, so I have taken 2 to 2.5 teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili, about 2 tablespoons of freshly grated coconut, and about 1.5 to 2 teaspoon of kasuri methi, dried kasuri methi. This is dried fenugreek leaves, which I am going to roast it lightly and then crush it into a powder. I'm going to use it at the end of the dish. So that's the ingredient. Let's start cooking. I've taken a flat pan, a large flat pan. So I'm going to dry roast the fenugreek leaves just for maybe 2 to 4 seconds. Okay, just dry roast it. By doing this, it becomes easier to crush it. So this I have lightly dry roasted. I will now remove it. Okay. Add about 3 tablespoons of oil. Okay. And I'm going to add to this hot oil. Once the oil is hot, we're going to add the bay leaves, the cumin seeds, the fenugreek seeds, black peppercorn, coriander seeds, basically all the dried masalas or spices. So now this dried masala, dried spices just started crackling. I'm going to add the green chili, the ginger and the garlic. Just stir it for a minute. Then I'm going to add the curry leaves. And stir it for a minute again on high flame. And I'm going to add the onions. So let the onion saute until it is translucent. You don't have to cook the onion completely. Just make it translucent, that's it. The onions are translucent now. It's not cooked completely. Now we're going to add the tomatoes and the coconut and stir it well. Tomato is almost sauteed now. I'm going to add the dried powders. The asafoetida, which is hing, salt, turmeric and the red chili powder. And stir it well just for a minute or so and add water to it so that the spices don't burn and allow it to boil in the water. Later we are just going to cool it down and grind it into a paste. Okay. So this is the time to add water now. Add the water only up to the level that the masalas or the onions and the tomatoes are dipped in it well. Cook it on a medium flame until the tomatoes are cooked nicely, properly, and cover it. Okay, this has been cooking for almost 8 minutes on medium flame. Let's see how is it now. Yeah, it's done. The tomato is cooked and it's almost mashy now. Now you turn off the heat and allow it to cool. Turn off the heat and allow it to cool down, and then we are going to grind it in the mixture. Add little water if you need to, and after the grinding is done, we are going to strain this masala so that we have a very fine and very smooth gravy. And remember, whenever you are frying this, don't allow any of the spices, any of the masalas or even onions and tomatoes to brown, because we don't want the gravy to be brown. We want the gravy to be orangish in color. Okay, so just allow it to cool down. So our spiced masalas or onion and tomatoes is cooled down properly, and I have transferred it into a jar to grind it into a fine paste. If you look at the ingredients, this curry leaves is normally used in the southern part of India. The bay leaves is normally used in the northern part of India. And I'm going to add little water and grind it into a fine paste. So just put it here. So just add little bit of water, maybe half a cup or less than half a cup. And grind it into a fine paste. Yeah, that's very fine paste. So now I'm going to strain it. Just take a large utensil, use a strainer like this, a sieve or a large strainer, and just pour everything here. Okay, this is done. See, this is the waste. I don't want this, so I'm going to discard this, and this is what we get here. Okay, I'm going to use the same pan which I used earlier for frying, and transfer all this here. And cook it for about 5 to 8 minutes on high flame, and reduce this gravy until it becomes a bit thick, more thick, before we add the milk. Okay, keep cooking on high flame and reduce it. Okay, this has been cooking on medium to high flame for about 5 to 8 minutes. As you can see, this gravy has reduced and it has released oil. The oil has come on the top. So now it is time to add the milk, the coconut milk. So when you're adding the coconut milk, keep stirring it. Add and mix. Keep mixing and keep adding. An ingredient, milk. Okay, keep stirring it, and again reduce a bit, cook the milk and reduce a bit until the gravy becomes thick before we add the prawns. I've been reducing the coconut milk for almost 5 minutes on medium flame. Let's see how does it look. Yeah, wow. This has become very thick and very nice. I'm going to add jaggery. We have added tomato and we also added kokum. Kokum is a souring agent and tomato is also sour. So to balance the sourness, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of jaggery to it. You can even add sugar if you want. I'm adding jaggery. So this will balance your sourness. Okay, give it a mix. And now it's time to add the prawns. Time to add the prawns. Prawns doesn't take much time to cook. So don't cook it for too long or else it will become like rubbery. Okay, prawns, and give it a stir. Leave it on medium flame or even low flame and cover it and allow it to cook for about maybe 4 minutes or so. Okay, I'll just cover it and let it cook for 4 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes on medium to low flame. Okay, this prawns has been cooking for almost 5 minutes on medium flame, and as I told you, prawns doesn't take much time to cook. So let us check. Yeah, prawns has cooked. So now time to add our 2 other ingredients: freshly grated coconut. I'll just keep a little bit for garnishing when we are serving it, and kasuri methi. So I'm going to add kasuri methi and just leave a little bit for garnishing. Okay, give it a mix. Wow, it's yummy smell. Okay, give it a mix. Perfect. Just switch off the gas. It's ready to be served. You can eat this lovely fusion prawns gravy with roti, naan, chapati, or even just plain rice. Let's serve it. And garnish it with fresh coconut. Freshly grated coconut and some kasuri methi. Yeah. Just a pinch of kasuri methi. The lovely prawns gravy, fusion of North Indian and South Indian ingredients.